Well, okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Asea Global Expansion Team Zoom. We have the amazing Erin Latham with us tonight. We're going to go over the Asea app. And so we have this incredible resource at our fingertips. And so it's really great to be able to know how to leverage the resource so that we can really get the most out of it. So Erin is a pro at this. She's been working with the app for a little while now. And so she's going to guide us just through the My Site part of the app and show us some of the functionality and, how it works and how to use it. So Erin, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
You're welcome. I'm so excited to be with you guys and so excited about this app. There's so many amazing features and they're continuing to release more and more. I don't know how many of you have actually been able to play in the app at all. So I think the My Site's a great place to start because that becomes your Asea website.
There you go. Yeah, well, let's get started. Let's just plug in and whatever you think makes the most amount of sense. But let's just hopefully you all have your cell phones out. So get it out, open the app, and let's follow along with Erin.
Okay, sounds good. And so Cindy, from a time perspective, we've got about 30 minutes. Do you want me to leave some time at the end for questions or?
Yeah, we can do that. Some of them, we're not going to leave too much time for questions unless there's some things we can clarify, just because it might get too technical that way. But let's just go over the basic, long view of what and the functionality of what we can do with this thing.
Okay, sounds good. And I'll mention too that we have some recorded trainings online in addition to what Asea Corporate has on their YouTube channel. You can find 3 different trainings, one specific to building your site at thevimeo.com/lead from the front. So if I move too fast tonight, you can go back and stop and start those videos. And so what I'm going to do here, Cindy, you've given me control. So I'm going to turn my camera off. It's easier for me to navigate. I have more mobile phone screen when I turn myself off here, and I'm going to share my screen. So when you can see it, let me know.
Okay, we can see it.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to move some things out of the way. Okay, can you see my face?
I can see your face on the My Site part of it. Yes.
Okay, all right, good. All right, so what you're looking at is my test beta site. So this is not Terry and My Site. I have 2 different accounts because I got to join the beta group a little bit early and pound away in here. And so the reason I brought it up tonight is I wanted to show you 2 different views of what your personal website might look like. So you can see this here, and I'm going to move this out of the way. Just give me 1 second. So you can see in this particular theme, there's really no Asea branding at all. It's just my name, my photo that I've uploaded in the My Profile section, and I have 4 different buttons here that serve as links to information whoever lands on this website. I could have also put my social media, my contact information here, but I wanted to show you an example of just a really, really simple theme. And there's 3 really simple themes out there. One is leaf, the other is plant, and the other is called cosmetics. And I'm going to show you where all that is in just a second. But I wanted to start off there just to show you how simple it could be. And this is really the way we have been training, is that there's so much great stuff in the app. You can almost have analysis paralysis playing around with it. And the goal here is not to get stuck spending a whole lot of time in the application building your site. It's really something that for me has evolved over the last couple of weeks. Probably anytime somebody's come to my website, it's looked a little bit different from hour to hour, just because you start playing around in the app and there's so much wonderful marketing content, and essentially anything that when you click on share here, I've just landed to the home screen and I click on share. Anything at the top that's in the product section, which is individual product listings, anything that are in the landing pages, anything in the media, you can see there's new marketing that Asea released today, and there's just a plethora here in the media section, or anything that you've uploaded yourself. So you can upload your own content with trackable links as well. So you can see I uploaded this particular image today. I named it Unlock Your Genetic Potential, and I created text to go associated with that piece of marketing. And the reason I wanted to share that with you is anything in these sections can be added to your site. And all you have to do, I'm going to pick a particular product here. When you want to add something to your site, let's pick a cool landing page, and let's pick Renew 28. If you see to the right where it says views 1, leads 0, and you see there's an up arrow and a plus sign. The up arrow means copy. So I am copying this page to go somewhere. Maybe I'm going to put it on social media, or I'm going to send it to somebody through WhatsApp. But the plus sign right here is an add to feature. Any single image in the share section, you can add to your site. So if I just clicked on my site, it's going to tell me I already have added this to my site. If I hadn't, it would have said successfully added. So as you guys know, as I'm sure you've all been in here, you've had it about a week, all you have to do is touch on an image to see what that content looks like, or shopping cart in this example. This is a shopping experience here. I'm going to add Renew 28 as a quick link to my website. All you have to do is click on that image, click on share link to preview what it looks like before you make the decision if you maybe want to add Renew 28 as a quick shopping link off your website. So I have recommended to the folks that we have been training is pick for now just a couple of the products that you really promote within your Asea business, add those to your site as a test, and then go back and preview it. And you do that by going back to your home screen just by hitting the back button, hitting the home, going to my site. And when you're in my site, you see these choices. Now, if I had added it to my site, this is where you would see it. You scroll all the way down and you can see I've added a lot of things to the bottom of my site. I've also added 7 buttons. So the first thing that I recommend you do when you're setting up your My Site is 1, go look at some of the content that's out there, become familiar with it, add those pieces that you like to your shared folder so you know where to go and find it. But when you're setting up, the first thing I want you to do is go to your profile. So hopefully you've already set up your photo. If you haven't, you can do it right here in profile. It doesn't have to be a photo picture. It can be any picture that you want that's representative of your Asea business or brand. You just click on the little camera. It's going to open your camera roll and you pick it right off your phone. The About section is where you can add as much information as you want about yourself. So for example, Leland and Donna Duck, we did a whole bio About section about his entrepreneurial experience, being an orthopedic PA, and the fact that he runs a 450-acre cattle ranch. That's what's important to him to share. For us, we've just kept it really simple right now. We just about our Asea role and rank. Underneath the profile are your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you have these social media profiles, you just copy them from the site and paste them right here into these different areas, and they will display on your template of your website. So I'm going to cancel that. So the next thing is buttons. Buttons looks like this. To add a button, essentially you click the plus sign in the top right. You're going to name your button, and you're going to add a link, which is essentially one of the different pieces of marketing content that's available in the app, or it could be a third-party link. And I'll show you some examples of that in just a minute, and I'll do one for you so you can see how easy it is. But running back through here, ignore settings altogether. If for some reason, when you preview your site, you have some kind of funny image in the middle, it's because for some reason, this button right here under settings is turned on. Just make sure hide giveaway cards is turned off and my site forwarding is clicked to none. Normally that's how it is when you download the app, but I have run across a couple of people that we had to go in and change that. Right now, we're not doing anything with this particular section of my site. Then let's scroll down to themes. So this is a great place just to kind of play around and say, what kind of theme represents you and your business? So you can see right here at the top, Terry and I have picked the plain theme. Well, what does that look like? So when you open it up, you can see this looks very different than the theme I showed you a minute ago that was just my face and just the script name. This one has script. It has a shop now button, which is going to take an individual, if they click on that, to all of the products that Asea offers. Some themes have it, some don't. So that's a personal preference if you want that on your website. It automatically grabbed our picture, what I put in our profile, our Facebook and Instagram links. Here are the 7 different buttons and how they show in this theme. And then all of the different pieces of marketing that I have grabbed from the app, and with that plus sign, I added to my site. So you can see I actually uploaded before and after pictures. These are all clickable. So if somebody comes down here, here's an example of Alan Noble's site. We use this quite a bit in our business. So I added it as a trackable link. So if somebody came to our website and clicked on it, it would immediately take us to discoverredox.com. And it's going to give us a notification that somebody went to that site. So if I had sent this to Cindy, it would have said, Cindy clicked on Discover Redox. If I had put it in social media or somewhere where it's an unidentifiable guest, it would just say, you have had a visitor to discoverredox.com. So it's really cool, the trackable link features that are available in this app. So if you want to check out all the different themes here, all you have to do, let's pick this one that has the leaves, is touch it, scroll back up, this is the plant theme, and say, see preview. Now you can see it automatically changes the look and feel. The shop now button is gone. You can see the buttons look different, but I still have all of the marketing pieces below. So all the links are the same. It's just the background and the layout that changes. So that's why I recommend putting a couple of pieces of content out here and then seeing what it looks like in different themes. So there's a bunch out here. They're going to start labeling these so that it makes it easier for you to kind of see. But let me pick one that's got very much an Asea theme. This is called Asea Simple. So you can see it's got the blue bottle. It still has our face and contact information here. But look what's different about this one. There are no images at the bottom. They turn the images actually into buttons for you. So if you are not into creating buttons, which I'm going to show you next, you can actually take pieces of the marketing and put it in this theme, and it's going to create a button for you. So remember, I had Discover Redox at the bottom as an image. Now it automatically in this theme turns it into a button, making it even easier for you to set up your website. So I'm going to go back to the theme that I had before. And let's say, for example, I did like this theme. All you have to do is click this big blue box at the bottom that says select this theme. But I'm going to go back to my plain theme. Oops. And let me find it here. I believe it's this one. I'm going to say go back to my site. And I'm going to preview it. So the way that you preview sites here, let me show that a little bit slower, is you click on share link and preview. So I personally like this theme a lot because I think the images grab attention here. And again, I just hit the plus sign and added this particular piece out of my upload folder. The Genesis I grabbed out of the media tab on the share site. So let me show you some of the buttons. So with buttons, you can add a product, you can add multiple things into one button, which is called a playlist. So let me show you an example of this. The first button that I created was called What is Asea Redox? So I thought it would be a good idea to create a bundle of pieces of marketing content that describes the science of Asea. So when someone clicks on it, it starts with Discover Redox website, Asea Global Science, Alan's video, the short video I uploaded into the site, and then a couple of other images about glutathione, and then the gene science summary, which is also in the media section of the app. So I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces of content to be one page. And I'll show you how I did that. So let's go back. Let me show you one other thing before I show you that piece. Sorry, it bounces me around a little bit here. Is you could see the way we flowed the information here. You can have as few buttons as are really needed or as many. So you can see I have what is Asea Redox? That's Asea Science. Try Redox. I bundled 2 different products together. I did the ARS and the Renew 28. And what's great about this is when you add products to a button, the customer has a button at the bottom that says add all products to cart. And when they click on that, it will automatically create a checkout for them where they can view their order. They can add it as a subscription by clicking these boxes here. And they can check out via PayPal or credit card. If it remembered me in here because I had shopped before, some of this would already be populated. So it makes the recurring customer experience very easy. Okay. So you can see going through, I've got one for athletes, for skin, for cell performance. I put a link to join, but you can see the very last one is a blog. So this is a third-party website. This is Terry and Mai's personal blog. So you can use this My Site for anything. Asea related, maybe you've got other things like Discover Redox you want to add here, or Discover Redox training, or Dr. Silverman's. I mean, there's a plethora of great content that the field has developed. You can add those as links to your site. Okay, real quickly here, I want to show you playlists. So when you go back to share, as you scroll down, first of all, right here in new and trending, you can see new pieces of marketing that they've added. So I think they added 3 pieces today. You can see how many people I've shared not only my website with, but also I have shared a lot of product information with people, and I've shared my playlists. So playlist is what you see right here in the middle of your screen. When you click see all, think of this as a library of information that helps a customer become educated to make an educated decision. So you know in this app, you can share just a product with somebody. But you know, 9 times out of 10, we're bundling things together to share with people. ARS and the gel, or maybe it's the trifecta of skincare, and it's your Radiance, your clay mask, and Renew 28. Everybody works a little bit differently, and this is the beauty in playlist, is I can click this plus sign, and I'm going to name this list Cindy's List, and I'm going to create it. So now I have a blank playlist in here, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, you know what, in this particular playlist, I'm going to put some information about Radiance. So I'm going to go to media and I'm going to type in Radiance. And it's going to return all the different content that's available in the app that Asea has put out here for us to use about Radiance, testimonials, etc. So maybe you have someone you've been speaking with and you want to send them just information on Radiance. All I have to do is click on the plus sign and add it to a playlist right here in the middle. And I'm going to add it to Cindy's playlist. So not only the media can go in there, but anything you've uploaded, any landing pages. So I want to be able to make sure Cindy orders the product. So I'm going to add the product to my playlist. I'm going to put it in Cindy. You can put it in multiple playlists at the same time. So let's go back and check out the playlist I've created for Cindy. So it's a marketing piece and it's the product. I really want the marketing piece to go first when I send it out, or I add it as a button, either way. So let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to go to share link and hit preview. This is the same feature throughout the app. Whenever you want to look at your site or any products, you just go to Share Preview. And you can see there's a video about Radiance and there's the product. I like that. I think that's good to go. Not only am I going to send that to Cindy, but because I share this a lot, I'm going to put it as a button on my website. So let's go back to playlists again, open it up, find Cindy, share the link, and this time I'm going to copy it. And the way you copy this particular link is you go to General Share Link and you hit the copy button on your phone. So now it's saved in memory on your phone. And you're going to go back to your home screen and you're going to go back to your site and you're going to add a button to your website. So you click on buttons, add a button with the plus sign. I'm going to name this Radiance. And probably should have, oops, I could type here. Hold on. I've got something in the way on my screen. I can't do my up arrow here. Radiance. And now I'm just going to paste that link, Cindy's link that I created for her, but now I can use it as a button. And I click paste, I click done. Now it automatically, when you add buttons, adds it to the top of the flow of the buttons. So maybe I don't want it before Asea Science. Maybe I want it right under Try Redox. All right, so let's see what that looks like before I go live with it. I'm going to click the preview button. And you can see now I have a Radiance button on my site. And of course, whatever you name it, be careful because that's what your button becomes. So I'd probably want to go back in here and change the name of the playlist from Cindy to maybe Redox Radiance or Age Backwards or something that's applicable to that particular page. The one thing I wanted to call out to you is whenever somebody lands on this particular page, if they click the Asea at the top left, this is how they get back to your website. So people were wondering, how do you get back and forth if you've sent it out? They'll always come back by clicking the Asea button. So it makes it really easy if I wanted to remove it, because I noticed that I messed up by naming it something I didn't want to name it. You just open the buttons, you click on edit, and just say, I either want to change the name, I want to change the link, or I just want to delete it. So I'm going to delete it, and now it's gone. So really simple way to get your website up and going. And again, just start with a couple of things and then start playing with the themes and seeing if what you have picked looks the way that you want. And again, all you have to do is to view anytime you're on my site is share link and then click the eyeball. Now, if I wanted to send this to somebody, it's the same step. I click share link, but I've got them in my database. So I'm going to click the contact smart link. This is exactly the way you would share a product or a video. They're all the same throughout the app, which is what I love about this. It makes it so intuitive. Once you learn it, it's like riding a bike. So you're going to click on the contact smart link. And I love this feature that I can sort my contacts by what type of lead they are. So I can filter and sort because I did connect my contacts to my phone. So I have a whole bunch in here. And I know that I want to send it to Angela, so I can send it via email or text. So if I want to text her, I could type in some verbiage here and then just hit send. And when she opens my particular website, I'm going to get a notification. And I actually turned off my notifications during this app so that I wouldn't get any silly notifications from my kids or Terry while I was demoing. But when I open this, you would get a notification if you have that feature turned on that I went and viewed the website, or Angela did, my pseudo tester here. And if Angela shops around and puts things in her cart and she abandons them, you'll get a notification of that too, which is a great tickler for you to say, you know what, she was really interested in Radiant. She put it in her cart, but she didn't check out. Maybe I should follow up with her in a day. And you can set up a reminder for yourself in the app as well. So that's really a very quick 101 of setting up my site. Hopefully I covered everything for you and didn't go too fast. But again, there is a particular video out there on Vimeo for you on my site that's a lot slower. But hopefully Cindy just gave everybody a quick overview and answered some questions you guys might have had while you're playing around in the app this past week.
Absolutely. Now, I know that there's some questions and you have, but this is being recorded. And so you can go back and listen to the recording and stop it and, go over what Erin just went over as many times as you need to, so that you have the steps. But, and I know that, Erin, a lot of people are really afraid of making a mistake. Can you address that a little bit about, can you mess up? Is it okay to, just go out there and start sending links and following up with people best you can? Is it good just to say, hey, we've got this brand new app, I want to send you some information? I mean, how do you get started? How did you get started?
So I think that's a really great question, because at first I was sending it to myself. I had some other Gmails, and I was texting myself and emailing myself to play around with it. And no, to answer your question, you absolutely cannot break it at all. But I was kind of fearful and hesitant to send it out to a prospect without me having played around and really seen, was it working properly? So what I did is I actually have a gal that I've been talking to, and she's a good friend of mine. And I said, you know what, Mandy? I said, I am a beta tester for this really awesome app for my business. I would absolutely love it if you'd put some eyes on it. I'm going to send you 3 links. One is my website. One is a particular product that I absolutely love. And she's already an Asea customer. So it was a new product that I picked that I wanted her to become familiar with. And I kind of used it as a prospecting tool. And she was great. She's like, absolutely. I said, at your convenience, take a look around. She came back, she gave me notes. She found some spelling errors, But then what I noticed was she started going back to it after we were done and looking at, it was the clay mask, actually. She started looking at the clay mask. I was getting notified of it. And then she sent it to her husband, and her husband started opening it. So it might be actually a great way to open a communication with a friend you haven't talked to in a while and just ask a favor. And they'll give you feedback. Everybody loves to give their opinions on something. So I think, might be a way for you to get experience, and then they give you some feedback and exposure. And I heard today that Scott has a little video. In fact, if y'all haven't seen it, it's on your home screen of the app. I encourage you to go listen to his message today, right here in the middle of the announcements. I love that they can do this. We've had over 53,000 shares of products or marketing material in the last 5 days.
Wow.
53,000. I mean, we are really expanding our reach. So, send it to friends and family. Play with it. You can do a mock post in social media too. You can see it before you post it, and that's why this preview feature within this app, throughout the whole app, you see what they're going to see before they see it. So, if you're not comfortable with what it is, play the video, click share link and preview, and you'll be able to see exactly what you're about to text somebody beforehand.
Awesome. And the other thing is that if you don't like the way it worked out, you can change it, right? You're never stuck with what you set up, because you can change it. You can change the theme, you can change the button, you can change your photo, you can change your, what you say about yourself, you can change everything, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. You can't break anything.
So what is the number one bit of advice that you would give people that are not super comfortable on the app yet? What's the number one bit of advice that you would give them to get started using this app?
Explore. I think if you take a little bit of time and do it in your downtime at night, while you've got your feet up, go in and look at the different pieces and add those pieces to your shared folder. So that process, I'll show you again real quick. Am I still sharing, Cindy?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. So when you're in the app, If you find something you absolutely love, like I absolutely love the Genesis, and I think we all do. So if I go down here and I said, you know what, I want to find the Genesis because I'm going to use it a lot, I'm going to share it a lot, and you click this plus button, not only could you add it to your My Site, your website, a playlist, but I'm going to put it in my save for later. Of course, I've already saved it. What that does is it gives you a repository as you're kind of scrolling through this at night to go back through and categorize all of these things that you really resonated with you. Because if you're passionate about it and it resonated with you, it's probably going to resonate with somebody else. And those become kind of your items for moving into your website to say, I love the clay mask. I love these particular products and media. I want them represented on my website because I talk about them all the time. And people, when they go to my website, will associate that to me because those are my passion items. You can do all the products if you want, however the flow works best for you. And again, I've probably changed our site at least 100 times over time. So just play with it, but just don't allow yourself to get stuck or overwhelmed because you can't do anything wrong in it whatsoever.
Absolutely. And remember, if you're just in the app, just organizing the app for hours and hours and hours, you're really not working. Our
Right.
work only counts if you're reaching out to new people. So it's better to have one thing in the app and send it out to somebody than to try to get your app perfect and not send it out to anybody. Right, Erin?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. I know your family's waiting. I'm so happy that you took some time to walk us through this. So yeah, we'll explore and get more familiar. And the more we explore and get familiar, the easier it will become. So thank you so much for all your help tonight.
Oh, you're very welcome. Y'all have a great evening and enjoy the app.
Alrighty. Thanks, Erin. Good night, everybody.
Okay. Good night.